Okay, welcome to my first workshop in the Summit Learning Platform. And the first one that we're going to talk about is checking your data. Kalenia, do you ever check your data in Summit?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about then?
hmm
Yes. Explain to me, how do you check your data? What do you look for?
I look for my grades and if I'm actually see if I'm like doing the stuff and if I have feedback from my teachers.
Ah, feedback from the teachers. Excellent answer. Ding. That's my bell. Good job. Good answer. You win. Okay. Let me move on, see if I can move on to the next slide. Next one is 2. Okay. Kalenia, after you check your data and you see what you need to do, how do you feel when you're opening up a new project?
Mm, I feel good about it.
Yeah?
I mean
Yeah?
like it's a good feeling. Like I finished my last project and I'm doing this one.
Oh, I like that answer too. So now, when you first open it up, do you understand what you're supposed to do?
Sometimes I don't. I'll reach out to my teacher and ask.
Ah, that's another great answer. Yes. Asking a teacher is always good. Yeah. Do you think the teachers will yell at you if you ask them?
No.
No. No, they don't usually yell here. At least when they're typing, unless they're writing all in caps. And sometimes I have to admit that I do like caps. I write in all caps and sometimes I type in all caps, but it's considered yelling. So I try only to use them when I really want to emphasize a word. Now, how do you feel when you have completed a project?
I feel very good. I feel like I accomplished like a big thing in my life.
Yes, yes, yes. And how long do you think it takes you actually to like sit down and finish a project if you were like never to leave it? How long do you think? How many hours do you put into a project?
Hmm. I put in it's a good bit of hours,
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
Mm-hmm. And do you carefully go through your checkpoints, or do you just like skip checkpoints?
Um, I usually carefully go through my checkpoints and read the information.
That's good. Yes. Sometimes there's a lot of information in Summit. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to do a scavenger hunt to find what is it that I need and what is it that I can maybe like briefly look at and say, okay, that's good, but I might not need that. So yeah, that's how I feel about Summit. It is like looking for buried treasure, and when you finally find it, the stuff that you really need, it is very satisfying and it does feel good to get it done. All right, let me move on to the next slide. All right. So here is something that goes for everybody, no matter what it is: how to solve a problem. Can you read what's the first step to solving a problem?
Admitting there is a problem to be solved.
Yeah. So it doesn't show weakness if you're having a problem with it, or it doesn't show weakness to ask somebody or try to get some more support. Some people don't like that word, but you might need a little bit of support to get through something. And there's several ways that you can do that. There's not one path. Like maybe you could ask another learner. If you know another one who's working in Summit, you can ask them what they did. You can Google your teacher or send them an email. As you said, you reach out to the teacher. Sometimes what I'm trying to find more and more of is in my my WILs, I'm trying to find examples. They're called exemplar. It's just a fancy name for a work that somebody else did and is a good example of what that product will look like. But you just got to watch the wills. That's all. Okay. All right. And my next slide. I just added this. I like this slide. I guess it's just it kind of looks like I really like the color purple, but I just want everybody to know, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to go to a workshop. And that's what this is, a workshop, just like some time to work out the problems, find what they are, and find some solutions to the problem. Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. And do I have one more? Okay, here's my little diagram, but probably people already know this. Maybe people have been working in Summit for a while, how to work through Summit. But believe it or not, we have some people that have just come to us like right before the governor called a suspension on schools. And we're going to be getting some new learners very soon. But want to know that kids can always go in and check your data. And I would love to share, but I'm afraid about sharing people's personal data, but they can do it themselves. Go in. Almost everything in Summit is clickable. It's like a clickable link. Like if you click on English, you can see your scores. And if you keep clicking, you can drill down deeper and deeper into Summit to find out your data, like what's your strong point, how many times did you take that focus area, what you know and what you don't know. So I would say check out your data. Another step is to watch those wills. Every teacher does a weekly instructional lesson. Not every teacher puts it in the same way. I think mine are different from, like, say, the history teacher puts hers right in the checkpoint. Mine happened to be, because I was afraid about the order of checkpoints. I put mine at it's below the checkpoints and before the final product. That's where I put mine. But I see like the math teacher does theirs different. And there's really not a wrong way. It's just trying to like adjust and find where did that teacher put their WIL. And maybe you watched it one time and you thought that you got it, but you have to go back and do it again. There's nothing wrong with going back and watching a video again, or even just look at the part of the video that I do that. I stop videos sometimes. Do you? Like I will stop, say, what? Go back and play it again so that you actually like get it and understand it. And again, as we've been saying, reach out to a teacher. How about this? This is something new that we're doing these last few weeks of school. We have 7 weeks at the time of this recording, 7 weeks left. And we're all going to be trying to do some more of these pooling workshops, trying to find kids where their sticking points are, how to help them get over the hurdles. Okay. And in the meantime, do a checkpoint and turn it in for feedback, but don't stop there, especially now that we're coming to the end of the school year. Just keep on going. You'll get the feedback and then you can correct it. What we're trying to discourage is, I know when we got really close to the end of the year, like we said, go right for the final product, but we're finding out more and more kids, because they're not doing the checkpoints, they're turning in stuff and they're spinning their wheels and they're getting stuff sent back and have to do it again. And it would be great to save that step, that they would have their final product ready before they turn it in. Yeah. And then my last slide is credits, which that just means I use Slide Carnival for this. Slide Carnival is a program that has really pretty slides. I didn't make this up myself. All right. Okay. Well, Kalenia, thank you for helping me with my first workshop. Are you okay if I share this with others?
Yes.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm hoping that it helps some others to know that workshops are not a scary thing. It's only meant to help you get through this, so that whatever you choose to do next year, this will be your stepping stone to moving on to another grade. All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop this recording.